question number 2 says give one example each of the binomial of the degree 35 and of the monomial of degree 100. So the question number 2 is give one example each of the binomial of degree 35 and of the monomial of the degree 100. So let us suppose we are talking about the binomial. What is the meaning of binomial? The meaning of binomial is the polynomial that do have two terms in it. So let us suppose I am creating or I am making a binomial or a polynomial having two terms as, let us suppose I am taking an example of y plus of 2. So obviously it is nothing but a binomial because there are two terms in it. The first one is y and the second one is 2. So it says give one example each of the binomial of degree 35. It means the highest power of the variable should be 35. So the highest power of the variable, so let us suppose we have a variable y, so I am making the power of this particular variable as nothing but 35. So this is nothing but called as a binomial of the degree 35. You can create as many as binomials with the degree 35. For an instance, I am talking about creating another binomial as q of x is equal to x raised to the power 35 minus of 2. Again, this is nothing but a binomial and the degree of this binomial is 35. So हम ऐसे बहुत सारे binomials जो है वो create कर सकते हैं जिनकी डिग्री जो है वो 35 हो. It is not necessary कि आप variable को x रखिए या y. You can use any particular variable. You can use r, t, w, z, any particular variable. Always remember to make the degree of that variable as 35 and it should be mandatory binomial, means having two terms only. So let's just talk about further of a monomial of degree 100. Now we have to create an example of a monomial having the degree as 100. So what is the meaning of monomial? The meaning of monomial is a term और polynomial that do have only one term, जिसमें सिर्फ एक ही term हो उसे हम कहते हैं monomial. So let us suppose we are talking about px is equal to 7 of x. This is nothing but a monomial क्योंकि इसमें सिर्फ हमारे पास एक ही टर्म है और वो है 7x and it says create an example of a monomial having the degree as 100. So let us suppose we are creating the degree of x over here as 100. So px is equal to 7x raised to the power 100 is obviously an example of a monomial having the degree as 100. So we can create as many as a monomial that do have a degree as 100. For an instance, I'm talking about qy and let us suppose the variable y do have a power as 100. Let us suppose we can generate r of t. So we can say minus of t raised to the power 100 is nothing but a monomial having the degree as nothing but 100. So this is nothing but the question number 2 in which we have generated as many as examples in which we do have a binomial of degree as 35 and a monomial which do have a degree as 100.